my actual phone. Man, if I could get one of my other old phones to be a comment monitor, that would be so nice. I should load in here any second now. There we go. Just put you right there. Oh, I forgot something. Oh, wait. These are actually all here. Huh. I need to go get the shelf. Seems a bit choppy. Ooh, also I need to. Okay. Let me go quickly fetch the shelf for that, guys. I see one is watching on the comment monitor. It also says one is watching on the streamer phone. I don't know if that actually means one is watching or not. We'll go ahead and put this shelf in. Sweet. Okay, so this one in the back needs to go up one. There we go. I don't know exactly where I'm going to have that shelf when everything is set up. How I'm going to have this whole thing. Let's tilt you guys up just a bit. Looks good. Actually pull you back a bit. Do a little wider shot too. So it's up. I just had an acquaintance come and help my stepdad lift it up here, and I assisted by putting a towel down. I'm not that strong, but that's okay. So I'm excited. I want to actually, fill this whole setup, but I'm not doing it just yet because there is still the matter of the door over here. This door. It's up. Well, it needs to still be fixed on the hinges a bit, and the soundproofing. Soundproofing is gonna come somewhat soon. I'm gonna, borrow a little bit of money from my car savings or something. I don't know what, but the door needs to be put on right. So I'll ask my mom when she's planning to do that. And yeah, but as far as this goes, it's here, and I'm gonna kind of move it into place and mess around with some ideas and what I'm thinking, and then I'll figure about filling it in later. If you guys haven't seen any of the videos on this yet, I found it for free, and I put some new wheels because the wheels on the right were broken, so I took one off the middle, took it to the Habitat for Humana, and I took quite a bit of digging. Most of the wheels didn't have the right piece on them, but I found some that did. So yeah, let's so we're gonna put it like this, and then we're gonna do that like that, and let's actually scoot it over a bit. That's kind of what I was thinking, although it's not quite as small as I was thinking, but smaller would be trickier. I was kind of wanting a TV. I'm having my TV actually back in that corner, but this is a really small corner to even turn into a 70s corner because I'm going to try and put my desk over here. So my desk, I don't actually know how wide my desk is. But we can figure that out pretty quickly. But yeah, I'm going to put my desk there, kind of facing the window, and then this will be over here in the 70s corner. This is, wow, this is encroaching on more space than I thought. You know, if it was maybe a half width one, yeah, then it could fit a little more back in the corner. It'll probably be, what if I do like this though? If I scoot all the way over, and we're just going back to flat again. I don't want it to be entirely flat, well, but you know, I can have it out just a bit, but still over like that. And you know, that is actually, aside from this Ethernet cable running on top here, let's tilt you guys back this way just a bit. That's not too bad, because, you know, I am small. This makes it easy for, well, somewhat easy. So, you know, I could like fit back there and I can, you know, mess with all the cables and stuff pretty easily. And also, you know, there's a little bit of room so I could put one item back there if I needed to store one extra thing back there. But, you know, overall, I like this design quite a bit. Let's scoot you guys way back, scoot you out into the hall, tilt you guys down just a bit. I think that's a good angle for what I want to show. Because the other thing that would be nice to have is just a little tiny two-seater couch right here. But, like, realistically, that's not going to fit, and I don't want to be sitting at a couch for my editing. I do want to be sitting at a couch for playing Odyssey 2. Oh, also, you know, with it angled this way, like it is, I like that, because then it's less susceptible to glare from the window, whereas if it's straight in that corner right there. So I think that looks pretty nice. So a little tiny couch right here just, you know, wouldn't work. And I know this also won't work, but I was just thinking, but what if I had it so that then the couch was on wheels and then I could just roll it into the closet? But no, the closet's got stuff in it now, and it's going to have even more stuff. That closet is going to be pretty well packed with film gear and some of my other stuff. My current bedroom is also going to be packed, but it's going to be a lot more organized and along just two of the walls. Because the other thing that I'm wanting to fit inside of this space here, what are we looking at? The other thing that I'm wanting to fit inside of this space here, we'll tilt you guys up again, is I want to have my alarm clocks, like possibly on a bookshelf right here. That's the now thing. What I really want to do, I don't know if there's going to be enough room for this, but in that tiny little space next to, so that's a light tube. It's got sunlight piping into our pantry. Next to the light tube, in this little space here, I think I found on Amazon some thin bookshelves that could fit. So I kind of want to put like a thin bookshelf in that space and put alarm clocks on that. However, I just closed my rings, by the way, guys. I don't know if a thin bookshelf is going to have enough space to fit all my clocks and fit them the way that I want, but then I'm kind of used to a wider bookshelf for the two shelves I have on there that do have clocks on them. So I am not really, I don't know, honestly. And I was just realizing too, with this here the way it is, I kind of don't like the look of like this being in the way. So maybe if I possibly move this down, I mean, when everything's getting set up, I'll be able to move it exactly how I want. Yeah, I actually wish, although I couldn't have this angle then as easily, I kind of wish the TV space was flipped and on the left side. But then having that angle would still be a little bit awkward. That might get in the way of the view. Especially this is at some point also going to have like some doors on here, probably. And so I'm gonna want to get the hardware for it. and the doors for it. So the doors go on here. Okay, so I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Also, there's cracked pieces of plastic on all the hinges, and I asked on Home Improvement on Reddit, and they're saying it's probably a stopper. And then I asked, like, well, but it doesn't seem like it does anything with it being there because the doors still bump the wood. And they said maybe because it's like too far gone, too far cracked. I don't really know what it is. They said it should be fine, and if I really want to, then I can go buy replacement hinges for it. I want to find hinges that look the same because I like the look of this. So, yeah. The only other question is measuring my desk. And so I say, let's go. I'm going to turn off color monitor for a second, grab the actual camera, and we'll go get a quick measurement in my room of my current, well, not my current desk, but my desk. So, and I'm going to mute you guys for just a second because we have, by the way, anybody watching this was live, so if it doesn't seem like a nice edited video, that's why. But my parents are watching, what's it called? That's Entertainment. So, yeah, be muted audio for a second. Okay, it's really messy in here because I'm working to move stuff up into that studio, and it's just crazy, all of my stuff that I have piled and stored. And I probably do need to get rid of some things, but it'll look a lot nicer in here. I was going to do its own video on this when I start moving up. I'll probably show a clip of this in here being messy as I do the videos of me moving stuff up, but the plan for this room, I'm going to sleep in here. I don't sleep in here right now. I actually sleep on a really comfy chair that's like probably more comfy than this bed. It's a recliner. But the plan is, I don't know what I'm going to put all my mailing supplies, but they're going to be organized and condensed. And maybe not in the studio, but because there's also a big candy storage box that I might put up there. But realistically, it was too big for the amount of candy that it would ever have in it. So I'll maybe try and finish it at some point. We'll see if I can remember where I was going. But I'm planning that like this side won't have anything except for my nightstand in the dark up there. And then this wall, everything's going to be gone. This is the bookshelf that I'm talking about that would go right in front of the light tube pillar. So it is going to have space behind it though, because you see how like the light tube is at an angle. So like it's going to kind of be like this, and then there's space back there. This is going to go up in some fashion. Man, this was a nice thing to have. I actually forgot about this thing. I mean, I think about it because I grab my tripods and stuff off of it a lot. But I don't know where I'll put this. Maybe I'll try and mount it inside of the closet. But I'll definitely want to bring this up because, like, I think my mom already had the board with the holes in it, and I bought a lot of the hooks and stuff. So I need to remember about this thing and figure out where I want to put it. But it's going to go up there. This will go up there with just alarm clocks on it. Most likely, I won't be storing stuff. I kind of feel sad, like this display. I might find a way to put up somewhere, but nicer looking and not cluttered, and have my um, my diplomas and stuff up there. But yeah, but so then this wall here is gonna have like these tubs stacked up, and they're mostly gonna be my toys. And then also, if necessary, this wall here will have a stack of tubs as well, and they're clear so I can see what's in them. But yeah, and that's the TV that's gonna go up there. I don't know where I'll put these other two little TVs. This TV I might not keep. I don't know. I don't really have a use for it. It's just I like old TVs, and it's one that like my our old renters were getting rid of. And these TVs actually used to be wired up all at once, and you could play audio from all their speakers, and it sounded pretty good. And then this TV speakers died for some reason. But then I think they've come back to life. I'm not sure. I haven't touched it in years. I don't know what I'm going to do with that TV, but it has to be that TV going on there. It's missing a panel covering all of that button stuff. Would be nice if, like, I don't know if I knew what it looked like and if it was fixed or something. At least I'm just guessing it as a panel. Because, like, there's the weird clip thing sticking out right there. Maybe that's a hinge or something. I don't know. I would assume that it would have one. It looks like it would. But let's measure this little desk space here. See how wide my desk is. Because this is the desk that's going to go up there, and I may change it in the future. Although it is a pretty good desk. I want to get, like, a standing desk, too. Which... I mean, the full desk could be nice, but I'll probably go for a cheaper solution. And, come on. There is the, come on. No. Hook onto there. Come on. Stop bending so weird. Okay, so we are looking at about 33 inches. Remember the number 33. So, yeah, it's nice. If I get a standing desk, though, I don't know if the pull-out part can take the weight, and that's what would have to be standing, possibly. I actually don't know if this could fit a standing desk or not. By the way, there's going to be a little video about that at some point. You see that little circle thingy right there? I can't reach the light switch from here, but if I were to turn it off, it would glow in the dark a little bit. That's a TV. Like that kind of TV, or that kind of TV. That's a TV. Also, my CD collection is going up there. Do a video on that at some point. It's music CDs, because I buy music CDs at the thrift store because they're cheap. Oh, and this thing is, like, going to get knocked off. There we go. So, 33 inches. I'm going to mute the microphone again. We'll take that number up and try and fit it into the space up there and see if what I'm thinking works. It should. I hope it does. It's not quite exactly like I was imagining, but it's not a very big space. So, yeah, let's go do that. Oh, one more thing. The bottom tub is full of alarm clocks. They're the clocks that need that shelf to live on and look pretty on. Ooh, hey, we have one watching. Sweet. Hello, whoever you are. Alright, going back up and muting the microphone so that I don't get copy striked for That's Entertainment. Alright, we should be in the safe. If you don't know what That's Entertainment is, it's a movie that came out in like maybe the 90s, early 2000s, even earlier possibly. And it's about like the history of MGM and like movies and like talking stuff. And so think like Fred Astaire and maybe Marilyn Monroe. I don't know. Just those kinds of people who are from that film era. So desk was about this long. So let's give you a turn and let's see. Ooh. Nice, it will fit with a little bit of space, which is important because of the plug layout. Just plug you guys in here. Sweet. So it's important because there are the plugs on the wall right there. So with this right here, gives me a little bit of playroom, you know, and then I have access to all my plugs and stuff over there. And there are two plugs behind there, which honestly for that setup over there with the TV and everything, I'm probably going to have it on like a power strip. And then I don't know where I'll put the strip because you're going to probably have a VCR in there. But then you're also going to probably have a, well, you definitely have the TV, and then you have the Odyssey 2, and I'll want all of that on a power strip, and trying to decide if I want to go through the VCR or not. I think I have enough coaxial splitters that I can go to the TV and have the VCR go to the TV as well, but like have them be separate. And I think I can have separate channels for that with the Odyssey 2. There's also going to be an Odyssey 1 in the mix at some point too. And so, getting that hooked up. I don't know how I'll have them all hooked up separately. I'll need a different switch at that point. But for the main part, it's just going to be the Odyssey 2 there with the TV and some 70s themed stuff. I don't know, maybe some fake flowers or something. All of my games will be stored in there somehow. And I'm thinking, if I can pick one or two of the fancy games with the boards and stuff, the Master Strategy games, and I can put them inside of there, like behind the glass. And I need to figure out how I'm going to organize it too, because I have drawers full of the games right now, and they have like categories organized between the number of players. But yeah, we'll figure out how they're going to go on there. The big thing is getting the door soundproofed, and then I'll be more comfortable actually moving in and setting up my stuff, and it'll be sweet. Because then I can come in here and do streams on that, and show you guys updates, so we can have decorating the studio streams. Because I won't have sound foam for quite a while unless something happens. I've thought about spending more and buying sound foam as well, but I feel after praying and deciding that getting the soundproofing stuff, once I figure out exactly which is going to be better as far as the rubber door seal, getting that done and the door set, I feel right about spending some of my car funds to do that, because it'll be like $150, maybe $200. But then going beyond that, I feel like I shouldn't spend any more, and I should get a car, possibly. I don't know. I'm still praying and deciding. It's a really tough decision with the way things are going right now. It'd be easier if you guys supported me on Patreon, patreon.com/coachwells101. Then maybe I wouldn't have to dip into my car savings or, spend a little less on groceries in a month to buy some of this stuff. Which, honestly, the spending on less on groceries bit, it's actually more like maybe spending a little bit less on frivolous things for myself. Because I don't spend a lot of money on frivolous things. I'm pretty good at managing it. I'm not super strict. I can break my money down into basically, it's not necessarily managing my money as much as it is managing my sanity. And I'm pretty good at, like I went to Bricks and Minifigs, but that's because I had some extra gift cards from a few places. But I've done things here and there in the past where I've bought little things for myself here and there, even though they weren't necessarily in budget. So I fluctuate with how much I spend, but I know roughly about how much to stay in, and I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's not very well organized, but then I feel like it is actually very well organized, and I do a good job of it. I know this is about this thing and not about finances. The last thing I'll say about finances, and then I'll finish with this, is so when I was away from my YouTube channel, I ended up using Quicken for a while on my old laptop to track my spending, so I know how much I have, because my phone didn't have internet. It wasn't easy to just hop on and go see what my bank balance was. But so I was using Quicken, and I want to see if Mint Mobile has this feature. But Quicken has this thing called an income and expense graph, and so you can very easily see how much you're spending versus how much you're making. And I felt like I was maybe spending a little bit too much and not saving as much for, I was saving for a car, and there was a few other things I was saving for that were really big. And I felt like I was maybe spending a bit too much or not saving enough because I take out a portion of the money, and that's for me. So I pay tithing, 20% goes towards me, the rest shoves into that main savings account. And then out of the 20% for me, I take $1 and I put it towards my emergency savings, and that slowly builds up over time. But so I was just feeling kind of down. And then when I looked at my thing, I forget exact numbers, but the thing, it was so cool. It would show hey, you've had $8,000 come in over the whole entire time that you've been running the Quicken, which was I don't know, 6 months or so. So you have $8,000, or sorry, $9,000 come in, right? And you spent $2,000 of it, and woo, yes. So yeah, but if I had supporters on Patreon, this would be easier because I'd have funds going towards it, and I can say this is literally money for my studio, and then I would buy stuff for my studio when I had enough, or it would save up and build up over time. and I could, it would just be helpful. My lowest tier is $2 a month. That's 4 and 5 times cheaper than Disney Plus and Spotify Premium. And because Spotify Premium is like $9.99 and Disney Plus is like $8.99 or so. Even Dog TV, I'm 5 times cheaper than Dog TV, which is $9.99 a month. Although, that one's just a little bit silly because I can't. I'm not for dogs. If your dog likes to watch me, that's cool. Whatever. Let me wipe you off actually really quickly and see if that helps a bit with the cleanliness of the picture. That looks maybe slightly better. So, I don't know. Back to this. Realistically, it's about as good of a spot it's going to be in. I'll figure out exactly where everything goes on it and all this stuff when the time comes. The desk will fit nicely, and I don't know. I can tease a few other things with the studio because as I'm just barely getting the studio set up, I'm going to make it look interesting and cool with what I have, and then that will kind of change as I get the sound foam in and as I get all of these pieces set up and other things. So I might have some stuff temporarily on the wall that won't be there permanently, although I think I'm going to try and avoid that. Like there is that wall way back up there that I was thinking just now about putting some stuff on, but I'm probably like, no, I want to wait and not do that. I can still maybe have some stuff on top of the sound foam hanging up somehow, simply because, I'm going to have tons of red, but there are going to be some little things to break it up. And, one thing I'm thinking about is actually probably going to be over there, so I need to climb up here, not smash my phone, and check something out here. Well, maybe not. I don't know where then I'm going to actually put this, but I wanted to make a little cardboard shooting gallery with like some army men and some other random targets that I can shoot with my guns and stuff. And kind of like I did that one stream on. And I was just thinking of putting it like right there, but that's not gonna, work. I honestly don't even know how that's, because I would want to put it all the way back, but like for me, I'm 5'2", so like, I could still hit those targets, but there wouldn't be any targets like dead on. Maybe if I have a chair here, I don't know. When I build that thing on a cardboard, that would be when I figure out like how it's gonna fit and where it's gonna go. But I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns, but I'll just be so excited when I can just feel comfortable moving my stuff up here. And I don't really feel comfortable right now simply because of how not expensive. Because of how the door's not soundproof. And so if I move it up here, I can't really use it. So why am I moving it up here if I can't, use it yet? Also, I still need to clean this place, like, again, it's gotten a little dust from the door work, obviously, but yeah, I don't know what else to say. We've moved everything in about as good as it's gonna fit, and everything's gonna be great. I was just thinking, if I put the shooting gallery directly on, just thinking if I put the shooting gallery onto the light tube, but it's slanted and that won't work. But I'm also thinking maybe this is going to be a little tough. I have to have some really strong people. There's maybe a possibility of putting the bookshelf up there, so it would be in this space here, and then I don't know if I want to put it up there. It should. Where's my tape measure? Oh, it's over here. I don't remember exactly how tall it is. I remember kind of in relation to this. I think it was about this. Let's see. Will it? No, actually, it might not fit up there. It probably won't. That's sad. But I mean, this is a higher up than this spot down here that I'm standing on. So, and maybe I'll get lucky and I'll find a thin bookshelf at Savers or DI or something. I love thrift stores. I love those places. But actually, what I was just thinking is, what if I design my shooting gallery to, just squeeze back in that little space back there against that wall? Doesn't have to be very thick. This is a nice, you can stand back here kind of up against the door and have your Nerf dart gun and shoot at the targets. I don't know. That's a little thing that I think will be a fun little project. And yeah, I not much else to do. We've done the measurements. We've tilted it at an angle. I'm excited. It's gonna be fun to set up this studio. I think you guys will like to see my creative mind think as I just unpack and, ooh, I forgot about this thing. What about this? And where do I put this? And yeah, I have a bunch of stickers and stuff that I could use for a setup. And the last thing I can say is I'm probably gonna find some way to put a black backdrop, like kind of like I have now for my streaming setup, for here temporarily. While that's just a white wall back there, because it's white. Also, having another sheet in the middle will help with the echo, that it is slightly echo city in here. It's not super bad. It's not like the echo. It's not cave echo. But yeah, I don't know. And I do have the little bits of sound foam already up. I can bring in some extra blankets and pillows if I need to, till I get the sound foam. It's probably gonna be like $1,000 for that sound foam, guys. Please go support me, okay? I've been for the past couple of weeks waiting to hear back on whether I'm switching stores or not for working at Marco's Pizza, and I'm sure that I will be able to. I'm gonna message my manager tomorrow probably and be like, so what's happening? Because I haven't been in a hurry to go back to work, just because I've enjoyed the streaming and doing the things that I have been, but having this as a source of income would be nice. I just have to remind myself that my parents can support me, and then my mom and stepdad ever pass away, if for some reason I don't have a job, I've got basement renters and the renters next door that are great, and I'll be able to rent those out when those people move or pass away, and I will have a source of income. So anyways, I'm going to stop there. That's pretty much it for this, video. The last thing I will say is I have a pretty visual mind, but even then for me it helps to have physical objects that I can play around and mess with. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I can get the door set up soon. The big thing is the weather stripping, and some people are saying there's a reason that one person, let me just read this thing and then we'll take the stream out here. So if I go to my Reddit, posted on a few places about this. Sad thing though, my post, I got marked as spam in the one subreddit. So basically I'm asking if the AeroZoom weather stripping is better or not. I'm showing them, and because I asked AeroZoom, not being specific about what brand I bought from the hardware store, I just said it, and they're like, it's 0.4 centimeters thicker than the other stuff is how thick it is, so it's thicker. So one person says this is Roy G. Biv 856, so the Rainbow 856. They say weather stripping is a pretty simple product, but I can think of two things that possibly, in italics, could be better with the AeroZoom stuff. Its shape might work better for opening/closing a door, and its adhesive might be stronger. If the stuff you have already does well in these two departments, then save the $50. And I meant, I said, what do you mean by opening and closing? How hard it is? They said the door, opening and closing the door. Not as more descriptive, but I don't know. I'm thinking they just mean like how easy it is to actually, close or open. But I think if it's thicker, it'd be a little trickier because this needs to actually push against it. So, I mean, I can swing it harder than that, but wow, even harder. So yeah, you can't swing it closed. It takes a bit of force because it's like a solid door. And so, whatever. Saving the $50 and not getting their kit and just getting their panels is probably what I'm going to do. Although I need some kind of adhesive for it, and I'm probably going to go with command strips for that. I'm hoping to be able to order it really soon though. But I kind of want to wait until I know that I'm going back to a job and I have a next check and stuff. I don't know. This is a lot of stuff that I'm praying about and deciding. But, and so the last thing I'll say, and just stop then, I find this annoying because with the lighter doors, like my bedroom door, it's pretty easy to, close it. You just give it a decent swing and it closes. It's not too loud. But then when you have the window open to let air in and you just give it the normal way that you're so used to closing it, just that light little tap, bam! It's like you slammed the door like you're angry. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Go support me on Patreon. Patreon.com/Courses101. I don't want anybody to feel too much pressure. I would really, really be able to use and appreciate the support. But I recognize that times are tough. So for some of my core fans that talk in the comments with me lately, like G-Star, I don't want you to feel any pressure. Plus, you're only 16 too. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in whatever's next. Bye!